Hey guys, this is Connor Drake Trades. I just wanted to point out a stock that I'm looking at right now that I would definitely recommend a swing trade on. But before I start, I want to say that just a little disclaimer here. Any investment or trading decisions that you make or any consequences thereof are based on your own personal evaluation of the market. And I won't be held responsible for any consequences of your trading. Just basically, I'll give you this information. I think it's useful and you make your own trading decisions. So let's look at this stock. NYSE NOC is Northrop Grumman Corp. Now if we look here, I really like this stock because first of all, so I've got my unbalanced volume, and as you can see, price goes down and unbalanced volume makes a breakout over this high right here, and price doesn't. So there's some unbalanced volume divergence here. The unbalanced volume is going up, but the price maybe hasn't compensated for that extra volume, so it has an upside. The other reason I recommend this from a technical standpoint is if you look here, you can see that the stock has been sold a lot recently, which means any buyers that are left, most of them have probably sold this stock already, and so it's probably likely going to go up. And then we also see the moving average convergence divergence on the unbalanced volume. This is for the unbalanced volume, has a bullish cross signal, and then our no sure thing indicator looks like it's about to cross. So currently we're on the daily chart. If we look on the hour chart, I'd like to see confirmation of this because currently on the hour chart we're looking a little bit bearish. So I'm going to wait for a little bit of price retracement from this upward move. It might actually make a new low, but I'm looking for it to make a higher low, hopefully. And also looking for these kind of combinations, the no sure thing cross, moving average convergence divergence, cross for unbalanced volume, and then also possibly some unbalanced volume divergence, and possibly breaking this high for unbalanced volume. So that's why I like this stock a lot from a technical standpoint. And if we go ahead and look at the fundamentals for this stock, let me see if I can find where I was. I'll just do it here. So I like looking on finbox.com. That's a service that I use a lot. I really like it for fundamentals because if you're looking at a trade that looks good technically, you can even boost the probability of that trade by looking at the fundamentals of it. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to this screener, not the screener. I'm going to search, and our symbol is NOC. So let's take a look at Northrop Grumman Corporation, and we'll go scroll down to the Data Explorer. Looks like we've got a return on invested capital of 8.6%, a weighted average cost of capital, which accounts for like the cost and the risk of the capital that they have, is 8%. So our return on invested capital is bigger than our weighted average cost of capital, which is good. We've got a good levered free cash flow of 2.9 billion. We've got 9 billion equity. Our PE ratio forward is lower than our PE ratio, meaning that future earnings may be undervalued, which is great. Our price earnings growth is negative, which may not be the greatest sign, but these are hard times, so maybe that could be a reason for it. And based on the fact that I see this, we could be looking at an undervalued stock. Debt to equity is 199%. That's not too bad. Honestly, I've seen there's companies that go 3% upwards and they're still successful. Price to book is 5.6. That's honestly a little on the low end, which I like. Could be undervalued. Altman Z-score, likelihood of becoming bankrupt, lower numbers are worse. In the next year, it's a 3.5. We like to see above 3 there. And then Banish M-score, we like to see below, I think it's below 2.23? No. Let me see what it needs to be below to look good. Yeah, right. It's a statistical model that basically sees how likely it is that the current company, based on a bunch of factors, is manipulating earnings. And so if M-score is less than negative 2.22, the company is unlikely to be a manipulator. So they're probably not manipulating their earnings because it's negative 2.76. So we're good there. Piotrowski score is just a general gauge of the company. It's out of 9. 6 out of 9 is okay. And looking at the other fundamentals, I think this is a pretty good stock. Quick ratio. This is the ability to cover short-term debt is 1.1 times. That means they have 1.1 times the cash in reserve to cover their debts, which means they have 110% of the required cash, which is great. We'd like to see 1 or above so that they can cover their short-term obligations in terms of debt. Return on capital employed is 9.6%, pretty good. Free cash flow yield is 5.8%, pretty good. Sector is industrials. So this is looking really good from a fundamental and a technical analysis standpoint. So at this point, I'd be looking for this stock to give me a confirmation signal. Currently, it's more of a bearish signal on the 1-hour chart. But once I see that confirmation on the 1-hour chart, I am definitely buying for this for a swing trade. I'm probably looking to take profits. Let's see. Oh, and I didn't mention the analyst price target is like 390 for this year. So we've got a lot of upward potential. I'd probably look to take profits around this maybe 350 mark-ish with all this resistance up here. We would be seeing maybe a little resistance here at 340, 338, and a little bit more here at 311, but seeing as the fundamentals are really great and the target's high and the technicals are looking good, I think that it'll definitely, maybe not definitely, but it'll likely pass these levels of resistance and they'll turn into support as it goes up. As far as stop loss, I might put it around, 285, 287, right here down low at this resistance. You can see it also goes back at around 290 at a couple points here. And there's also a major level here at around, I don't know, what is that, 290-ish. So I'd be looking for maybe that as a stop loss. Then again, if we see on the 1 hour that it makes a lower low, we might wait a while to enter, because if this goes down here and then starts coming up, we might buy there instead. So I think that regardless of whether this makes a lower low or the same low or a higher low, I'm probably looking to buy on that 1 hour confirmation. This is Connor Drake Trades. If this was a helpful video, please consider subscribing, liking this video, and leaving a comment if this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. I'm here to announce that the free spots for the stock trading service are closed. So all of the testers that we have, they've filled up all the spots, and normally we would resume giving you stocks like the one you see in the video for $87 a month, but I've decided to open it up with a special introductory offer of only $27 a month. And this swing trading service will deliver you stocks just like the one you saw in the video, probably about once per day, sometimes more. So if you're ready to get in on that offer, or if you want to read more about it, just go to the link in the description down there and you'll be able to learn more. Happy trading!